Yo, 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 yo. We back, man. This is your boy at DFSMasterMind _ over on Twitter. Thank you for clicking on the video. Feel free to give me a follow on Twitter, man. I appreciate it. Today's date is the 24th of March. I'm going to be coming to you tonight, with the brainstorming, man, talking about tomorrow's games. Before I do that, I want to kind of recap tonight. I just got done watching the games. It was a crazy night, man. We had a bunch of people show up, man. A bunch of people ready to play basketball, and that's what we seen, man. We seen Devin Booker go for his career high. We seen Dario Saric go for his career high. We seen James Harden in the 80s. We seen Giannis go ham. We seen Jokic go ham. We seen Cousins have a good game. We seen AD have a good game, go ham. We had some ballers out there tonight. Tonight it was a lot of different combinations, man, that you could have worked together. Luckily, I was able to get to the 300s. You always feel good when you do that. I feel like that's pretty much guaranteed money. If you can make it to the 300s, you good. You did your thing. I was able to do that, but I had one guy who kind of just, he stopped me from having that night I was desperately hoping for, man. And that's Holmes, man, for Philadelphia, starting center. He got me 13 points, dude. 13, man. Why you do me like that, bruh? He was tripping, but it's all right. I'm really grateful for what I did win. And it's part of the process, man. We finna keep it moving, keep it rolling. I didn't put out a video today, so I decided to just go ahead and get it cracking. You see, I'm outside today. It's not my normal backdrop, not my normal background, but my girl's little brother's here. He's sleeping in my living room, where I get down with the yo-yos. I didn't want to wake him up, so I decided to step outside and make this video real quick. It's gonna be a quick, just brainstorming video. I want to get your mind going about tomorrow's slate. And before I start talking about the actual games, I want to say, don't feel pressured into. I'm hearing like, I'm out here in the woods, y'all, in the boonies, man. I'm hearing all these animals. Keep thinking something's coming for me. But look, don't feel pressured into playing a lot of games tomorrow, man. You don't have to. The slates are really, really ugly, in my opinion. So I don't feel too comfortable with tomorrow's games. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna put me a double up in each slate, and I'm gonna double my money, man. So that's what it's gonna be for me. Maybe on the main slate, I'll throw one GPP out there just to see what happened. But I don't like tomorrow too much. So nobody got a gun to my head and is telling me to play, so I'm not gonna do too much. But anyways, yeah, let's get started, man. We got a 2-game early slate that includes Utah and the Clippers. I'm gonna just talk about this game, tell you a couple things that I think about whenever I actually look at what we got, the games, the matchups, who I would lean towards. Starting off with this, first thing I want to note is that these are two teams looking to make the playoffs, man. Well, they're already in the playoffs, but they're trying to get as high as they can on those seeds. They don't want to slip up and play the Houston Rockets, so they fighting for position. Two Western Conference teams. It's gonna be a good game. It shouldn't be a blowout. It should be highly competitive. So with that being said, I'm not worried about people being rested. I'm not worried about blowout scenarios. I'm not worried about you know, it should be a safe game to look at. Whatever players that you're looking at, you know, they should be fine. So with that being said, on Utah side of the ball, Rodney Hood is back. So for me, when I hear that news, that makes me automatically not like Joe Ingles as much, not like Joe Johnson as much, and not like Burke as much. Because they're going to essentially Hood, Burks, Ingles, and Johnson, they'll all be sharing minutes at the 2 spot. If I had to pick anybody out of there, I would say Joe Johnson, because he's been seeing minutes at the power forward, man, and that's a little weird, but I don't know how he'll match up against Blake Griffin tomorrow. But if I had to pick anybody for just a cheap value, it would be Joe Johnson. But you can definitely look at George Hill. He's in a good spot tomorrow. Gordon Hayward is about as safe as it gets. He's going to see 35 minutes. And the man rarely scores under 30 points. I love him tomorrow. Gobert's in a good spot going up against DeAndre. But he's a little too expensive for my blood, man. They got him at 8 racks tomorrow. I'm not paying that for Gobert, man. That's just me. That's just me, myself personally. Everybody has those people that they, you know, refuse to roster, or, you know, they just never like playing people. And he's one of those guys for me. But I noticed what he's doing, man. He's been balling. I know he had a 60-piece against New York. Game before that, about 55 points. So he's been doing pretty good, man. But he's too expensive for my blood. I'm out, man. I'm out on that. Anyways, that's about, to be real, that's about all I like from Utah, man. They're bench players. I'm not a huge fan of. I don't want any Burks, like I said. I don't want any Favors. He still should be out, but I don't want any Boris Diaw. I don't want Trey Lyles. You know, I'm not doing it. I don't have to, so I'm not. On Clipper side of the ball, the big 3, man. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre, all in play. J.J. Redick, Jamal Crawford, both in play. They share minutes. Austin Rivers in play. I'd rather take a chance on Mo Spates than a backup for Utah. So you know, that's how I think about this game. I don't like too much, but I do love the big 3, and I love Gordon Hayward. I think that's about as safe as it gets. But on this, if you're doing the early slate, man, you're gonna have to pick somebody. But you know, there's a lot of options in this next game though that's tagged up with them. Next, we got Washington and Cleveland. Washington solid ball. I love 1 through 4 in their starting lineup. I didn't mention Gortat because he's been playing like buns lately. But his price is going down and down and down. That's when you wanna, take chances on people. But like I said, I'm not playing GPPs tomorrow, so I'm okay on Gortat, man. Maybe I can catch him on the next go around. I love John Wall, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter, Morris. They blew the Nets out earlier today, so they shouldn't be too tired, man. Their starters got plenty of rest in the fourth quarter. Backup players for them, I like Jennings. He should be safe. I like Bogdanovich, and I like Jan Mahimi, man. I think eventually they're gonna put Jan starting. I feel like they need to. They need to think about it because he's playing like way above his head, and Gortat is like playing way below what he's used to playing like. That's just my opinion. I'm not Scott Brooks. I don't know. I can't call it. But anyway, on Cleveland side of the ball, big 3 again. Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Kevin Love all in play. I'll probably take a chance on J.R. Smith. No Shumpert for me. No Shumpert, no Corver, no Jefferson. But I do like Darren Williams. I like Darren Williams. Getting those backup point guard minutes, he should be fine. think he's in a good spot. Moving on, man. I'm gonna try to keep it rolling. But that's it for the first slate, man. So like I said, you don't have to feel forced to play. By the time the game's locked, we could find out news about the late game. So just be patient, man. You don't have to. You don't have to play. You don't have to play this slate. They're kind of ugly. Pick and choose which slates you want to play. Myself personally, like I said, I'm gonna just do a couple double ups, man, and call it a day. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. But anyways, moving on, we got now the next slate, the 4-game slate. It's a lot safer. I may throw a GPP in this one because this slate has the Washington Cleveland game, Toronto Dallas, New York San Antonio, and Minnesota Portland. So that's a pretty good, that's a pretty good game. And then the last slate, it will be the Toronto Dallas, New York Spurs, Minnesota Portland. So those two games, they're or those two slates, they're doable. I guess you can find some pieces and kind of separate yourself. But what I'm gonna do for these last games, I'm gonna just go through on the utility spot, man. I'm gonna just scroll through and give you an idea of a couple players that I'm looking at. Let y'all know, where I'm at with it. Let me get everything set real quick. All right, starting off, man. Starting off, we got Mr. Towns at 10-7. I think Towns is actually in a really good spot, y'all. Going up against Nurkic, I think we're going to see him in some early foul trouble. That's been his biggest downfall. We got mosquitoes landing on my computer and stuff. Man, outside edition, man. It should be the first and last. We got Towns at 10-7. I think he's in a good spot, man. I think we see him get your boy, not Nurkic. Yeah, Nurkic. We're going to see him get in some early foul trouble. And I think just straight up, Towns has the ball in his hand. I don't think Nurkic can keep up with him, man. I think Towns is way too quick. He's a nice shooter, man. He can stretch him out. I like him tomorrow, man. He's the highest priced player, so keep that in mind. But I think the game should actually be pretty competitive. Portland, they're not trying to let off the gas, man. They're trying to get as many dubs as they can. They're trying to get back in the playoff race. So I like Towns tomorrow. Of course, King James is always in a good spot, man. If you think King James is not in a good spot, you crazy. I don't think I've never not seen him in a good spot. But yeah, you got LeBron at 10-4. We talked about him earlier versus Washington. You got Kawhi Leonard versus New York at 10 racks. I think I'm gonna steer clear of Kawhi. I don't think he has to do too much to get the dub, man, versus New York team. Keep an eye on Melo. I don't know if they're gonna be resting him still. The coach said his minutes are going to be going down, so just keep an eye on him. We got John Wall at 9-7. He's in play. Dame Dollar at 9-1. He's straight. He's in a good spot. He's been playing above his head. You got DeRozan, man. He finally bounced back. He should see some Wesley Matthews defense, but I think he's still in a good spot. Kyrie Irving at 7-9. He's in a pretty good spot. Ricky Rubio. I think I like me some Rubio tomorrow, man. Fast-paced game, 7-8, decent price. I like him. Bradley Beal at 7-7 versus Cleveland. Pretty good spot. And I think Nurkic is actually in a good spot, too, versus Towns. What the hell? Did y'all hear that? We got Kevin... We got Kevin Love in a good spot. CJ McCollum's in a good spot, man. Porzingis, I like Porzingis tomorrow, man. If I had an all-in play early, it would be Porzingis. Andrew Wiggins at 7 racks. He's in a pretty good spot. LA, pretty good spot.